Josh here with Safeway, and he's going to answer some really good questions that a lot of us have during this time. So, Josh, can the coronavirus be transmitted through mosquitoes? I know we got mosquito season coming up.
No, there's no way that mosquitoes are going to be able to transmit the coronavirus at all.
That's really good to know. What are some ways, in your opinion, that the stay in place policy will affect pests?
Well, right now with the stay in place policy, some of the things that are actually happening is New Orleans and the French Quarter, New York City, Seattle, and some other major cities are having the rats actually come out of areas where they're normally hiding, and they're just getting bold and brazen because there's no people around. So the rats are actually starting to venture around the streets. People aren't throwing away garbage, and the rats don't have any leftovers for them to eat. So right now, one of the bigger pest issues is a lot of rats, rodents are starting to make their ways towards buildings that, businesses aren't running, and all those rodents are going to start making their way in and causing a whole bunch of other issues.
That's what I call a big fat nope, nope, nope. Yikes, that's scary. My next question, can pets affect my health while in quarantine?
Pests in general always have the ability to affect your health. Like box elder bugs, Asian ladybugs, their droppings are actually known to be one of the leading causes of asthma. So while everybody's in quarantine, if you end up having lice or something getting into the house, uh, there's always a risk of hantavirus. So you always need to make sure that you're keeping pest issues under control around the house.
Makes perfect sense. I wonder if people are spending more money investing in their homes and making it their space either safer or better to be in, since we're all spending so much time there, versus luxury items. That's just like kind of in the back of my head too. What can happen if I don't have my pest service until this is over?
If you don't have your pest service, you can use a lot of over-the-counter products, but a lot of those usually just mask the issues. Bug bombs will chase bugs away. They'll hide inside the walls. And then after the residual effect that you put down comes off, all those bugs end up coming back out. So right now, there's always a possibility that you could have a harborage issue of insects or rodents hiding somewhere inside the home that starts to breed and turns into an infestation during this time.
That makes sense. So what are we doing here at Safeway, I guess, to protect our customers from possible exposure to corona or transmitting anything, or us catching something and transmitting it somewhere else? Do we have options? What's happening with that?
Yes, we actually have a couple of options. So obviously in pest control, we always have a constant need for PPE. So all of our technicians already have nitrile gloves, so that way they're changing those out every single time they do a service. That way they're not picking up something in one person's home and transmitting it off of their hands. All of our technicians have Clorox wipes. They're wiping off their sprayers, wiping off their trucks, the phones. All of us have masks that we're wearing as we go into the account, so that way anything that we're breathing in isn't going to be brought over to our next client. And we're also offering an exterior only service right now for people, just so that, we don't have to go inside the house. We don't have to have that interaction. So if that's a major concern of yours, we have options.
That's awesome. So they don't even have to sign anything. They can call the office and get their bill paid that way?
Absolutely.
Nice. Very nice. I think everyone is looking forward to warmer weather. What can we expect in the coming weeks for pest activity? What are we on the lookout for?
Right now, everybody's going to be seeing those box elder bugs, Asian lady beetles, and of course, our brand new friend, the brown marmorated stink bug, which is an invasive species from China. And then mosquitoes. a lot of critters are starting to come back to life right now. Just started seeing my mosquitoes yesterday. Oh, and ticks. Ticks are up and about, moving around as well.
I've heard that. I've had a few customers call in and ask when we plan on starting mosquito in combination with tick service because they're seeing ticks on their dogs. I even pulled a few off our horse. So where can I find more information about COVID and pests? Is there like a resource site specifically for kind of what's going on or invading our homes or businesses?
A lot of the major affiliations in pest control have a lot of information on that. NPMA is always a great source to find out information. Yeah, any of your pest control companies, NPMA, all of us have information out there to enlighten you as to what pests have in common with COVID, which isn't a whole lot other than the possible ability of translocation. And the understanding that I have is that the bigger threat with COVID isn't necessarily its lethality, but the ability to break down your immune system. And if you have a pest issue that transmits a disease to you, and then your immune system gets broken down, that's really the only area that pests have a risk right now of causing any type of bodily injury to anybody.
Definitely good thoughts. I mean, I don't think of that stuff every day. So I'm glad we have you as an expert to point that stuff out.
Sure.
All right. Any other thoughts or things you have to share?
I just hope everybody stays happy and healthy and we get through this. And I look forward to getting rid of mosquitoes and ticks for everybody real soon.
We're all looking forward to it too, Josh.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
No problem.
All right. Bye-bye.